Hello ladies and gents, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a simple 3D vase using Onshape. So to do that you're going to need to create a blank document and then click the sketch button, choose a plane to draw on, so let's choose the front plane by clicking it, and then either press N on your keyboard or click on the front plane in the view cube to look at the front plane head on. Now we're going to draw the shape of the vase. We're only going to draw half of it, which will then revolve to create the 3D shape. So start by clicking on the line tool, going towards the top of your front plane and drawing a small horizontal line that intersects with that central line of the front plane. Click, move the mouse cursor down, draw a vertical line, click again, and then move the mouse cursor outward again. Make a slightly longer line this time, another horizontal line. Click to apply that, and then move the mouse cursor outward, and you can see the line tool will keep wanting to draw that line. So press the escape key to cancel out of that tool. And now we're going to go to the dimension tool and set the sizes of our vase. So click on the dimension tool, go to the vertical line, click it once, move the mouse cursor outward, click again, and we're going to set the height of our vase. I'm going to choose 18 centimeters and press enter. And you can see that it moves all the lines, it changes all the lines in proportion. So we're just going to reposition that camera. We're going to zoom out a little bit so we can see everything. And then we're going to change the size of the top line. So click once, move the mouse cursor out, click again. And we're going to change this to 2.5 centimeters. That's the radius of the opening of the vase. Obviously, when we revolve this, it will become a 5 centimeter in diameter vase at the top. So 2.5 centimeters, press enter, and then go to the bottom line, click that, move the mouse cursor outward, click again, and let's set this to 5 centimeters and press enter. There we go. All right, so it's starting to look like the body of the vase. The only thing to do now is to draw the curved edge of the vase. So to do that, we're going to need a different tool. We're going to use the Spline tool. Again, that's in the menu at the top of the screen. It looks like a curved line with 3 dots on it. So what does the Spline tool do? The Spline tool allows you to create smooth curved lines by connecting multiple points along a flowing path. So let's use that tool now. So make sure you've clicked it and it's highlighted in blue. And then go to the end point of your horizontal line at the top. Click that, move the mouse cursor down, and you can see it just looks like it's about to draw a straight line. But click to place a connecting point and then move the mouse cursor further down, and as you move it left and right you can see that the curvature of that line is affected and it gets either more curvy or less curvy. And so you just keep clicking to create the lines, the curved edge of your vase until you get to the bottom one, and then we're going to put the last connecting point and connect that with the bottom horizontal line. So click that to apply that. And as you move the mouse cursor again, just like with the line tool, it wants to keep drawing that line. So you need to press the escape key to cancel out of that. But the Spline tool is still selected. So press the escape key a second time to cancel out of that tool entirely. Now you are able to, if you're not happy with the look of the line, click and hold the mouse button on one of these connecting points, and you can change that and it affects the way the whole line looks. So you can just start to manipulate these until you are happy with the curve that you've created. So you can make it more curvy or less curvy. And when you're happy with that, you can just click on the green check mark. So if you're happy with that curve, I am, click on the green check mark. And there we go, that's the shape of the vase. If you're still not happy with it, double click on sketch 1 and you're able to edit it again. Go in and adjust any of these points that you don't like and click the green check mark again. So you can always go in and change it if you don't like it. Now we're going to revolve this face that we've created. So to do that, click on the revolve button and then it'll say faces and sketch regions to revolve. Click on the shape that you've just created and then click a second time so that it's highlighted completely in orange, and you can see now we've got face of sketch 1 in this menu here. Click on the red box, revolve axis, click that once and then choose that central line. We're going to revolve this face around that line. Click once and now we've got the shape of our vase. So let's complete that revolve by clicking on the green check mark. So all we're going to do now is round off the top of the vase, so you can see it's really flat now. So what we're going to do here is use something called the fillet tool. The fillet tool is at the top of the screen. It looks like a cube with the corner cut off and rounded. So click that once and the fillet menu will appear. So what does the fillet tool do? It's very simple. The fillet tool smooths out sharp edges or corners by rounding them. So with that selected, it will say entities to fillet. So let's pick a face. We're going to pick the very top of the vase, click that once, and it rounds it. And where you've got the radius in this menu, the higher the number, so if I put 1 centimeter in here, the more round it becomes. And the lower the number, so let's try 0.25 centimeters, the less round it becomes. So I'll stick with 0.25, but you can choose whatever you like. And when you've done that, click on the green check mark. There we go. So now we've got the vase, it's got a flat base so it can stand up on a table. We've got our curved edges and the rounded top. So the only thing left to do now is to hollow this out so that we could actually put something in it if, say, we 3D printed it. So how do we do that? We need to use the shell tool. So click on the shell tool. It just looks like a cube with a huge rectangular chunk missing from it. It's found at the menu at the top of the screen. So what does the shell tool do? It basically hollows out solid objects and lets you set the thickness of the walls that are left behind. So click on the shell tool so you get the shell menu and you'll see this blue box. It says faces to remove. So we're going to click on the face that we want to get rid of. So we're going to click on the very top of the vase, click that, and now it's hollowed out. There we go. And we're going to change the shell thickness here to let's say 0.5 centimeters, like that. There we go. And if I change that to 1 centimeter, let's just see how that looks. It looks too thick, so we'll leave that at 0.5 centimeters. There we go. And there we go. So that's the vase. It's got a nice rounded top, nice curved edges, flat base. The only thing left to do now is click the green check mark, and now we're going to apply some color. So right click on your vase, click edit appearance for part 1. I'm going to choose this light purple color and then click the green check mark again and you're done. So now all you can do is hide the top, front and right plane and you're just left with the 3D model of the vase. And there we've used the fillet tool, the spline tool and the shell tool to complete that. All right, give that a go yourself and see how your vase turns out.